Yeah. What up? What's going on, man? Salute to everybody, man, that's tuned in. Salute to everybody that's subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all the love. Make sure you guys check out the new episode, Dedication TV Podcast. Episode 5 is now available on all your favorite podcast networks, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all that good stuff. All right, make sure you guys check that out. Fire episode. I wanted to spin the block, man. I wanted to spin the block on this whole NORBES and URL situation. Now, finally, bro, we get a response from URL. Now, this response comes directly from their lawyers. Now, I did a blog because there was some paperwork floating around. There was a specific blogger that did a story basically indicating that the judge basically told URL and NORBES, his lawyer, that they need to litigate in a setting where they can come to an agreement. You know, I don't know, from what I read and from what I heard, that I guess that's something that's a normal procedure when there's a type of civil suit or whatever the case may be, where the parties, you know, at some point they have to come together, see if they can come to an agreement or a settlement per se. Now, I think a lot of sauce is put on this shit, you know, because you got people like Verb and you got other bloggers and battlers talking about, oh, you don't want the books to get open if it goes to trial and all this and that. And I'm just like, I'm seeing stories about NORBES wanting 15 million, 80 million. So I'm just like, God damn, bruh. And then I see DNA Tooth. He had an extensive amount of paperwork in his blog. I'm wondering how the fuck he get all that paperwork. Clearly somebody sent the shit to him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if it was NORBES or somebody affiliated with him that put that out, you know. But it's just like, okay, so you guys put that out as a scare tactic, or I don't know what you expect from that. But here nor there, URL responds with the full transcripts. The full transcripts that took place, I think their last court hearing was in September, I believe. And they show, I read some of it. They got the whole entire transcripts of what was said in the courtroom. And through the 3-4 pages that I read, and I even, you know, read briefly their statement that they put up as well from their lawyers, there was nothing in those transcripts that said anything about, you know, money being given to NORBES or some type of settlement was offered. There was nothing indicating that the books would be open or quote unquote exposed. So they pretty much, whoever put that story out, I can't remember the blogger's name. I believe it's a female. She has a platform. I don't know if she's a lawyer or whatever the case may be, but I know she's been really, from what I hear, vocal as far as when it comes to legal litigations within the battle rap community. Now, I don't know where she got her information from, because if you look at these transcripts, there's nothing that says anything about, nobody said anything about a potential threat of the numbers being leaked out from URL, and that could potentially cause a lot of damage to the company. I didn't see anything like that in there. And they also stated that nothing like that was in there, and there's false reports being put out on the URL, which forced them to make this statement here. Now, as far as the litigation of them coming together and, you know, basically trying to see if they can come to a settlement or some type of agreement where they don't have to further go any more legal litigations, I believe that is true. You know, that was also in the transcripts, and that was also in the documents that was provided through numerous people throughout the battle rap community. So that part there is true. Now, the funny part is, okay, if they do not come to an agreement, does this go to trial, or do they just continue on, you know, litigating, or what is exactly the next procedure? Because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know everything, but I'm watching certain blogs, and you would think people either got inside information or they're actual attorneys. So I don't know, man, but I will say this. Y'all niggas got to be careful, man, going out there on public platforms like Twitter and YouTube and putting legal documents out and making speculation and saying this is that. Y'all, I'm telling you, don't be surprised if you get a fucking around and get a cease and desist or get a lawsuit, handed right over to you, because make no mistake about it, your information can be found. Those attorneys can go to YouTube, they can go to Google, and they can get exactly who you are, where you're located, and serve you with papers, man. Y'all playing a very dangerous game with that, especially people that have big platforms. If you're not objectively getting information from both sides, if you're just getting it just from one particular side, or you're not even getting information, you're just kind of going off the handle and just putting anything that you think, quote unquote, is the facts. I'm telling you, man, y'all run a big risk, because when this shit is all said and done and URL wins this lawsuit, or if they lose, whatever the case may be, they can be petty and spin the block and start going at a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, URL's petty. And for them put this statement out, I don't think they're going to settle at all with Norbes. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think they want to give him a fucking penny. I think they're willing to go all the way to Supreme Court, or whatever the case may be. If the books get open, they get open. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what is going to happen, okay? The books get open. People see exactly how much money the URL is making. Okay, so what? You got a guy like, let's just take Swamp, for example. Swamp says, quote unquote, he gets 20, 30,000 a battle. He sees the books. Well, he gonna want 50, 60,000? Swamp, you can't even headline a main event. Not even a fucking band or a civil war by yourself. When the hell you could ask for 60,000? If anything, if y'all see the books and y'all see certain numbers, that should motivate y'all to work harder, market, promote yourself, do more on your part to boost your overall value within the company. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are on the biggest platform, the biggest league in battle rap, and a lot of y'all stagnant. Y'all just coming with the excuse that I'm on an app, but you still have YouTube. You still can go battle on other leagues as long as you work out the due diligence with, URL per se. So I don't know, man. I don't think that shit is really gonna make a difference. I don't even think URL cares that the books get open. At the end of the day, everything comes down to, litigation, and you have to pretty much, say your piece. That's just what it boils down to. If you feel you worth this amount of money, okay, then you got to prove that. Because you can open the books, but they can show the analytics like, okay, well, when you battled on such and such day, this only accumulated this amount of views. And when we put your flyer up on Instagram and on Twitter, it only got this many reactions versus this person who got this amount of reactions. So you don't know, bro. And those books, the thing is too, because URL has certain paperwork and certain language, in their paperwork, where a lot of the battlers can't speak on how much they make. But if you notice, a lot of them, like, that are on the app, that are actively on the app, they don't really complain, bro. Like, look at like Fonz, that battles a lot on the app. Swamp was battling a lot on the app. Tay Rock battles a lot on the app. You got a lot of the females that battle quite frequently on the app. There's a plethora of people, bro, to the mid tiers, to the top tiers, T-top and stuff like that. Like, they obviously are getting good money. You know what I'm saying? They have to be getting some type of good money. Now, is it of the magnitude of what RBE could be paying certain guys? I don't know, because we still don't know what the hell the numbers are. We don't know. It's all speculation. And I feel like people have personal vendettas against URL. And I don't think this shit is cool, bro. But I do like that URL is speaking up some form of fashion, addressing this rumor here, because there's already enough shit on their name as is. So I'm glad that they kind of put this shit to rest. And I believe the next court hearing, or is when they meet up for litigation, I believe it's like November 8th. So we'll see what happens, man. But if you ask me, I don't think URL is trying to pay anything, not a dime, not a red cent. You know what I'm saying? And I think they trying to take it all the way, and they don't care. I think they got the money, they got the power, they got the resources. So I don't think they're really worried, bro. And I do hear people's side saying that Norbes really doesn't have anything to lose because his attorneys are pretty much fighting pro bono. They get paid if he wins, and if he loses, they don't get anything. So I don't know, man. Do I think Norbes deserves something? I do believe he does deserve something. You know, he did contribute a lot to the platform. You know, he brought a lot of talent within there. He cultivated a lot of talent. I mean, he definitely deserves something, some type of payout. I don't know if it's millions of dollars. I don't know, but I will say that his contribution to URL definitely helped increase the value of the company. I will say that, whether he was an owner or not. So I do believe he does deserve something, but how petty and nasty this shit is getting, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets zero. But I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about this, man. I'm going to definitely pay attention to this story because I feel like it's only going to get more heated and more heated and more heated, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all social media platforms, all right? And make sure you guys check out the podcast on Apple and on Spotify, all right? It's your boy Acito. I'm out. Peace.